Hello, and welcome to the Movie Test of Time, a podcast about revisiting our youth through the only medium that matters, the movies. Thanks for joining us. My name is Andy Young, and I'm one of your patriotic, meddling hosts. Joining me, as always, is our other patriotic and meddling host, Beth Martin. Beth, a pleasure as always. What's the crack?
Pleasure is always Andy. The
Hmm.
crack is, well, my mom is here.
Nice. Uh-huh.
So Andy just got to meet her
I
over
did.
Zoom.
Lovely.
And yes, so it's just fun, to like show her. She's so cool. She just got back from Argentina
Oh,
and
yeah. Hmm.
Patagonia and Easter Island. So it was just cool to hear about her travels. Um, she's just, well, maybe she said she might start listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
So, Mom, if you're listening, I love you.
Yeah.
But it's just fun to like take her to see the things. So I took her to like the Julian gold mine.
Yeah.
We went gold panning and did the whole tour. We took her to SeaWorld. I took her to my yoga class. She met all my yoga friends. So it's just been fun. I just,
That sounds
kids
great.
are happy. Yeah,
Because
it's
she was here for a week, correct?
yes. And I realized that my dog has no problem abandoning me for some new person. So she's like, "Oh, you'll let me sleep in bed with you? Like, gotta go.
See you around, like,
I
yeah,
don't even know you."
I'm out of here. I shall never see you again.
I
Uh,
know.
I actually, I told Beth a little bit about this the weekend. Was looking after two of my sister's dogs the weekend. It was her 20th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, absolutely. And they very, very rarely take trips. One of the reasons they don't take trips is because they have four border collies. So that's a whole thing if they ever do decide to take a trip.
Right.
So, they got away to Scotland for a long weekend, and she has, I say, four border collies. Fortunately, I didn't have to look after all four of them. I would have if she'd asked, but I only had two, but the youngest two, who are Philippines, and the youngest one, and she kind of jokes that it took her four dogs to find a dog that actually really kind of was like a dog and would like cuddle her and things like that. And like he was like, cool, I've got a new home now. Forget about that last place. I love it. I'm here forever. And would just like snuggle up beside you. Couldn't give a shit. Was like begging for food, figured out where the food cupboard was, would lie beside it. Knew all, knew the score completely. Her other dog, the older boy, is kind of is it rude to call a dog a nervous wreck? Because he kind of is.
No.
He kind of
No.
is. He's kind of very nervous. He's like skittish around a lot of people. Like even when I first see him, if I haven't seen him in a while, he's barking at me, and then he gets a sniff of me, and he's like, oh, "Okay, thank God it's you."
It's
So
you.
like it was like he was on me all the time. Like even though he's not super affectionate in their house, and he was like constantly trying being like, "Okay, I'm ready to go home now." Like he was waiting at the
Oh.
door constantly.
Oh.
He's a wee nervous wee Nelly, but
You
he is a
know,
sweetheart.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I our rabbit that we had who lived to be like 11, which is unheard of. I
Oh
didn't know
yeah.
that. Um, yeah, I thought about getting him like bunny Prozac, but turns out that's not a thing really, but for dogs it can be.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you can't call them nervous wrecks because
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
the vet will medicate.
I'm only calling them nervous wrecks because I speak from experience, you know. It's like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
recognize, game recognizes game, you know.
Game
Um
recognizes game.
um I also, so like coming in the new year like a lion,
Yeah.
I
Or a
got my
horse.
Pilates, but a horse, did you
Well,
say?
it's the year of the horse.
The year of the horse. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I I got my Pilates training done last week. I got my
Yes.
taxes done this week. It was like
No
boom, boom. Yeah.
way. I'm
Oh,
behind in all the things.
the sheer relief of clicking the "Do you want to submit your tax claim" button is just like like only lasts for a minute or so, but it's another great one. We were talking about to-do lists last week. Another great one to mark off my list is taxes done
Yeah.
because they are no fun.
Do you get money back?
If you're under a certain threshold, which it looks like
Yeah.
I might be this year, basically, I don't think I would have, except that one of my yoga gigs, they tax me at the source, so they tax me before I get money from them.
Gotcha.
And I think because I'm still under the threshold, I will be getting that tax money back, basically. I think that's what's going to happen. We'll see what happens.
That's
Um,
awesome.
I'm just glad I don't have a big bill to pay, to be perfectly honest with you. That was
Yeah.
that was my main concern.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the other thing was, did you see 28 Years Later? You
Yes. Is
did.
that the one
Okay.
with the Ray Fiennes where he's like,
Yes.
I'm the bone collector. Look at my bone
Yeah, he was creating an
piles.
ossuary out of like all, yes.
Yeah.
So I went to see the second of that new trilogy, The Bone Temple. Was it last night? I think it was last night. And it was great. Really fantastic.
Okay. Okay.
Really, really builds on the mythology of that world in such a cool way and does things, the way like the ending of 28 Years Later, you're kind of like, what was that? What just happened there? It really
Yes.
kind of does interesting things with that and kind of shows you, fleshes out those characters in a kind of interesting way. But yeah, definitely recommend it.
Okay. I hear your recommendations and I would say I like get to 85% of them.
Yeah, you do. I mean, like, yeah. I
Yeah.
I talked to other friends of mine, and one of the guys who I went with last night, he has a 5-year-old boy, and I'm like
Mhm.
talking to him about all the films I've seen recently, and like he is big into his movies too, and he's like, man, I wish I could see half these films. As you know, it's rare I get a night out, and it's like, yeah, I know, man.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know when you get time, this is a movie you should check out,
I
So
know.
it's a big change to the calculus whenever you've got a kid to consider.
It's true. Well, yeah, but then they get old enough and then you're like, I think you're ready for blank movie.
It's true.
It's like I think you're ready for Strange Days. Just kidding. I did not let them watch
No,
them,
no, no,
but
no. Definitely not Strange Days, but like Predator, no problem. Or like, Alien.
yeah, they
No,
were
no, I mean,
stoked about Jingle All the Way. They
yeah, yeah,
loved,
yeah.
yeah, the Christmas movie. Anyways, I have one other thing.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get a bearded dragon.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shit, really?
So like Harper's like, I have like she's been saving and saving and saving all of her money. And like I don't know if you've seen these like 3D printed dragons that like it's cool. It's hip with the kids right now. So like 3D printed dragons, snakes. Every time we go to this like flea market, she buys one of them. She had the advent calendar with a 3D printed, and she was like, I think she found one. And it's like a 4 foot 3D printed snake for
Okay.
like $40 or something. And she's like, I think I want to spend some of my money on this. And I was like, you have like, hold on. She got another one over the weekend. I'm going to show it to Andy via Zoom, but this is the octopus that
Oh,
she
cool.
got and spent, $5 on this. She's like, I'm going to call it Octi. Doesn't matter. So I was like,
Hmm.
you could get this giant, stupid snake thing that you're never going to play with. Or like, what about Mike was like, what about a pet?
Hmm.
And so then, we were talking about like which it doesn't matter. Anyways, we landed on bearded dragons. And then we were at the flea market over the weekend, and there's this lady that we've met before. She has 7 bearded dragons
Okay.
because they come in different colors. They're born with a color, and she's like, I have all 7 colors, bearded
Wow.
dragons. So every Sunday she goes to the Kobe swap meet at the San Diego Sports Arena flea market,
Uh-huh.
and every bearded dragon gets a turn each Sunday. And so we've met her before. She's got the little bearded dragon just kind of hanging out on her shoulder on a leash.
Because that's not, did I at least
Think
maybe
you
see this lady? Yeah, I think I
you
maybe
did.
did. Yeah, I
I
think I
think you were
did.
there for that.
Yeah.
So we saw her again. I
Hmm.
totally forgot you met her. Anyways, I have her phone number now.
Nice.
And Harper was like, I think I want one. We went to the swap meet. The lady was there. She threw the dragon onto Harper, and he like fell asleep on her. It was the cutest thing. He's like
Rock.
2 feet, giant dragon, and he's just like nuzzled in. And she's like, I really want one. So I think next week we're probably gonna have a baby bearded
Love
dragon.
it. So she's going to be able to source you one, or is she a breeder, or is she?
She's not a breeder, but she's like knows all the this is where my life is going. She knows all the best reptile places
Amazing.
in San Diego and gave us the one that we need to go to. And she's like, just tell them Michelle sent you. They know everything. And she's like, I can hook you up with like a 40-gallon tank because they get pretty big. So yeah,
So, because it's
I
made me
might own
think,
a dragon, Andy, a real one.
uh, I mean, that rocks. It's just like, did she like lizards or what made her like lean towards a bearded dragon specifically?
We were looking at snakes. But then she remembered meeting the lady at the swap meet, and then we read the disposition of the bearded dragon, and they basically are like the dog of the reptile
I
world.
see.
They like to snuggle and snacks, and like they'll come when they're called. So if it's like, out and about, and you're like, "Come here, little bearded dragon," you tap the floor and say its name, it'll run and like be like, give me a treat. And you should like when we're done here, all of you should go just like Google bearded dragons funny, and you'll have all the compilation
Okay.
videos of them like running around, and it's hilarious. It's just I can't wait. It's not gonna be my pet. It's gonna be her pet, but it's really gonna be my pet.
That rocks.
Anyways,
Because it's me, yeah, as you were saying, I was looking up something because I was like, what, wait, why is that triggering something?
yes,
Do you know about Rose Byrne's Oscar or
yes,
Golden Globe
yes.
acceptance
Where,
speech,
yes.
where she talked about her husband? So her husband's Bobby Cannavale, and
Uh-huh.
she was like, "I wish he could be here tonight, but he's at a reptile expo in New Jersey getting me a bearded dragon." And
Yes.
I was like, "That rocks."
I know. I saw that and I was like, oh, he's the best husband ever.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
would much rather, if I was winning an award, I would much rather that Mike be at a reptile expo in New Jersey getting a new pet.
I think Mike would prefer that. I think he
I
would
think he
have,
would too.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I think that
true.
would be a
It's true. It's
nicer
true.
vibes for him. I get
It's
it.
true.
Do you
So,
know what
anyways, maybe
the
we'll
other,
have a special feature. What?
oh, a special guest next week. Do you know what the name
Yeah.
of a scientist who specializes in reptiles is? Is that a correct sentence?
No, I don't. No,
Um,
yeah, I know. I know
you know what
that
I'm saying, at
is,
least
I
anyway.
think. Yeah.
Um, is a herpetologist, which is I only found that out. Um,
Herpetologist?
Herpetologist, yeah. It's just such a goofy name. I love it. And I mean, no disrespect. I think it's a very noble cause, a very noble thing to have got your doctor or whatever in. Um, but yeah, I just thought herpetologist really cracked me up. It's the sort of thing, I think I've talked to you before about a zoo board game called Ark Nova, where you're building your own zoo. And that's the sort of shit I learned in there. And I'm like, this rocks.
That's
Learn all this
amazing.
stuff.
What is it called?
Herpetologist.
No, the game.
Oh, the game is called Ark Nova. Now, it is ultra crunchy, and I would say that if you're looking for a zoo game, let me see if I can find you something that's not quite as
Is it
uh
like religious?
no. By crunchy I mean it is rules heavy. It's a
Oh,
heavy game.
okay. Okay.
But there are other like zoo style games I could definitely recommend you guys.
Okay.
But it rocks. It's a really good game, but it's uh quite a big buy-in, I would say, to kind of
Okay.
start playing it. Right. Do you have any what's occurring for us?
I do. So, our top fan, love you,
Hmm.
buddy. Thank you for
We
always,
do.
we do. Uh, being excited and or full of information for us each week. So, has said the Michael Douglas mini season did not feature Basic Instinct, for which the nightclub V-neck worn by our leading man would have been a slam dunk
Oh, he's right.
for too legit to fit.
He's so right.
Um, so other people like I all to say like your category of too legit to fit is quite
A
popular.
big hit. Good, 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 good.
Did you just put reading glasses on to
Yes,
look
I
at
did.
something?
To look at my phone,
Makes me feel
yes.
so much better about
Um,
myself and my poor eyesight.
um, he has also been sending me personally, what I am describing as thin red line propaganda
Okay.
in his attempt to get me to watch Terrence Malick movies. So, good try, buddy. We'll see how it goes.
I love
Um,
this.
all right. Do you have any
Uh,
more what's occurring for us?
that's it for this week.
Okay, sweet. Shall we get into this week's topic,
Yes.
which is Patriot Games.
Which I had
Um,
a hard time remembering because I was like, was it clear and present danger? Is it so every time I'd have to like Google both and then scroll through and see
which one
which one had Samuel L. Jackson in it.
is he?
So
Is he? Well, he's not clear and present danger. What a missed
no, thank
opportunity.
goodness, because then I was like gonna be
That's
like,
true.
oh, I watched the wrong fucking movie,
That's a good point.
which at some point is gonna happen.
Absolutely, and that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll get there. Um, so yeah, it was. Was this one that you had seen before?
I had seen it before.
Would it have
It's
been
like one
something?
of those I don't remember when, right? But I had seen it before.
Yeah, I think I was trying to remember because and that's what I was just looking for there was what it was rated because I feel like I saw it in the cinema. Um,
This is actually, no, I know this because I looked up. It's one of the two Jack Ryan films that is rated R.
I see. Wow. Oh, 15.
I also didn't put it together that this was a Jack Ryan movie until like I started researching and watching it. So like it's part of like a trilogy, I guess. For the first being The Hunt for Red October, the
Yes.
second being Patriot Games, and the third being Clear and Present Danger. Even though Alec Baldwin was cast as Jack Ryan in The Hunt for Red October,
Yeah.
and there's like some aging stuff that yeah
And there's
has
like so many actors have played him now, like also
yes.
Chris Pine and
I forgot
uh
about him.
the guy from The Office who I always forget.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, he's in everything. And The Office. Come on, Andy, use your mind powers.
I'm working on it.
No, it's fine.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski. But I know they're I think they had stopped filming them, but they're gonna start filming them again
It
because
is. I want
it's
to
in
return.
pre-production.
I don't know if I've talked about this theory or like my concept of what a movie like this is within our movie framework, but I think
Hmm.
this is like the epitome of dadcore. You know, the sort of movies I've described what a dadcore movie is. It's for dads out there who are like, who see somebody like Jack Ryan, who is a dad, but he's a bit tasty. Like he could win a fight. He can shoot a gun. He's a little bit dangerous, a little bit mysterious, And dad's out there like, you know what? With a through a different sliding door, I could have been Jack Ryan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is
I
just.
you've brought that up once and I thought it was like one of the most like stunning concepts ever.
I think.
Uh
Do I need
so
to
yeah, this
trademark that?
that maybe you should.
I probably actually I'm not. I am not going to do a search for dadcore. I feel like I would get some very upsetting results, so I will
You
not.
probably would. Ew, ew, ew. Oh, yeah, I didn't go there in my brain until you said that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so okay, so uh the basic premise is, we've got former CIA analyst Jack Ryan. He's in England with his family, and they witness an explosion outside of Buckingham Palace. It's revealed that some people are trying to abduct a member of the royal family, but he intervenes, Jack Ryan, Harrison Ford, and kills one of them, stops the plan, and then, you know, they seek revenge and, start attacking his family, etc. So, and he's like, there's a moment where because he's like retired, he's teaching, which I thought it was interesting because he's like a professor of history in this
Yeah.
movie, and he also plays Indiana Jones and is also like a professor
It's a
of
good point.
history. Anyways, um, just yeah,
It's
must have
just
felt
I
nice and
think
familiar.
as much as I like love Harrison Ford, like he does have like a comfort zone and he doesn't like move too far beyond it. And like I don't give a shit. I'll take I'll take that Harrison Ford all day long. He's just like
Yes,
charming as hell in
yes,
himself. But yeah, it's pretty wonderful.
yes, yes, yeah. So um. But the thing that we were both like, oh, I didn't remember this is that a lot of this has to do with like Northern Ireland
Yeah.
terrorism.
I no, I did. I kind of knew that it was that one, but I didn't
Okay, good.
know. Um I have searched that core. I did it, but
Oh God. Oh God. What?
the good news is it's mostly about a fashion style, so we're okay. We're in the clear. Okay,
Okay.
sorry. So I knew this was the Northern Ireland one, but there was, or like, sorry, at least the Irish one, I would say, but like I didn't really remember to what extent that was a part of it, and I think kind of bigger than I thought. Like whenever it actually cut to a scene in like Belfast, I was like, oh wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was quite surprised about that. I was actually surprised how much time spent. I mean, it was still broadly in the US, but I was surprised at how much time was spent outside of the US as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that like, I'll talk about the director in a second, but I think just to touch on it, it was like I it's torturous hearing Irish accents, especially from people who aren't Irish. Like though even like what's his name? Patrick Bergen? Yeah, Patrick Bergen. Like Patrick Bergen is Irish, but I don't think it's Irish. I feel like he's like somebody who's maybe lived away for a long chunk of time
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
his Irish accent was wobbly. Um,
Mm.
but like it's especially bad whenever you like he's having a conversation with like an actual Irish actor and like it's the wheels really come off then. It's just like, oh man, this is not good. This is not good at all. Like even Sean Bean's is way worse because obviously like he's English, so like his accent's just it's not offensively bad, and it's a bold attempt. I've heard way worse. Like I remember hearing like Charlie Hunnam's Irish accent, and it was almost offensive. But like you know, considering what a fairly cartoonish version of reality the Jack. I mean like they are. Considering
Yeah.
what a cartoonish like kind of version of reality the Jack Ryan movies are, it was a fairly sensitive portrayal of Ireland and the conflict there. I mean, like as much as it touched on it, it wasn't bad at all, and it wasn't like this is deeply offensive. Again, yeah. Other mileage may vary for
Yeah.
people, but just from
There,
my
there,
perspective,
there was one person that reviewed it that was like, you're giving the Northern Irish a bad name. And then they were like, but he was also Northern Irish, and people were like, you shouldn't be letting your own like politics influence your movie review, which I don't know. I kind of disagree with that. Like, I think you're allowed to speak
yeah.
on, where you live and who you are if you have an opinion. Anyways.
I think like yeah, and it also provides valuable context, but you've also got to remember that anybody's going to be bringing their own prejudice to these things,
Yeah,
so it's like take
yeah,
everything with a pinch of salt.
yeah. Um,
Um,
I have a question before
uh-huh.
I know why do Irish people call themselves patties?
Why do Irish people call themselves paddies? I don't
Yeah.
think
I
did
saw
any.
I just saw an interview with Paul Mescal and Jessie Buckley
Yep,
from Hamnet,
yep.
and she was like, it's so funny that like two Irish patties are the ones that are playing, the most famous British,
I
right?
suppose it's like affectionate. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it is quite funny that there's Irish people playing this like fairly famous for the time
Yeah.
English couple. It really is. Um. I think it's affectionate. I wonder, like I've definitely heard Americans affectionately describe themselves as like Yanks, right?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
sometimes. So I think it's like in that sort of
Gotcha.
ballpark. It's not
Gotcha.
like, a slur. I don't think. I mean, like I'd say probably at a certain time it may have been, but I think by and large it's become almost like this sort of affectionate kind of way to describe, I guess, self-describe for some
Hmm.
people.
Hmm. Because I heard her say that, and then one of the characters in the movie, his name is Patty, and he was,
That's
yeah, and I was,
confusing.
I know, and I was like, huh, how does that work? Anyways.
That is brutal to be actually a party in Ireland in
Is
that regard. It's like, who?
it?
Well, I don't think I know any parties. I mean, like, I am Protestant, so it's
It's
unlikely I'm
okay.
going to know any parties, but um, I don't know. I'd say it might be challenging, but
This
just
is
because,
it's yeah. This is fascinating
yeah.
to
Um,
me.
okay, so we chat because we can chat more about the content as we go,
Hmm.
but should we just
Hmm.
touch on the director for the moment?
Yes,
Um,
please.
So it's a guy called Philip Noyce, which was, and whenever I saw his name, I couldn't help but say, do the noise.
Noise.
Noise. Sorry. With all due respect, Philip, to your great work. Um,
Philip Noyce.
Philip Noyce. I say never heard of him before, which is unusual for me because like I am kind of a friggin' movie nerd. I'm not like super obsessive, but like I know a lot of directors and stuff. Um, but like he had done a ton of stuff. He did both of the Harrison Ford, Jack Ryan movies. He was an Australian director. The movie, do you know the movie Dead Calm?
Yes, I
It's like
do. Why
late
do I know
80s.
that?
It's the
I
one with Nicole
do.
Kidman on a boat, essentially.
Oh, that's such a good
Yeah.
movie.
So that was his like,
That was creepy.
yeah, that was his kind of introduction to the world. Like that, like put him on the world stage in a big way. And also I think introduced Nicole Kidman to the world in a big way as well. And then he went and he did like he went to Hollywood for like 10 years or so, did a load of movies there, as I say, including those two. And then kind of went back to Australia and has like been in and I think this is probably why I don't know him super well. He's kind of been in and out doing Australian stuff, but also doing some stuff in Hollywood here and there.
Hmm.
Like doing some TV stuff and things like that. Um, but like it's like one of the other big ones in like recent-ish years, is like 10 years ago was the Angelina Jolie film Salt, where she's like
I
a
do.
spy.
Yes.
That was his last kind of big major kind of
Huh.
Hollywood hit. He's done other stuff, but that was his last sort of major hit.
Huh.
So yeah, so
Sorry,
there you
I'm
go.
just checking him out. He's been active since the 70s.
He's got he's got no parts of the EGOT, so we can just move on. What's the
Yeah.
point?
Go.
I'm done with you, bro. I'm only joking.
Oh,
He
he directed Sliver.
Sliver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sliver was the other one that was like
Yeah.
I should have
Yeah.
made a note of Sliver as well. I was like, oh, that was another from the sexy 90s
Right,
movies.
right.
He also, 'cause the other one that really kind of what that I saw was Blind Fury, the I'm sure very subtly handled Rutger Hauer movie where he's like a blind samurai assassin. So I'm
What?
sure that was delicately handled, and yeah. So yeah,
Good.
um,
Noise.
nice. No,
So, uh, for those of us, I'm sure everybody knows that this character is based on Tom Clancy books.
yeah,
So, uh, he, I mean, Tom Clancy, I saw a picture of him and I was like, that's not what I thought he would look like at all. I don't know. I was just like, yeah, I was like, no, I just not what I pictured. I pictured like someone who looked like Harrison Ford, but like would be like look like were in the military, and he looks like a writer. Not
Yeah,
saying that that's good or bad, but so it was yeah, Tom Clancy. He's continued to work on these Jack Ryan TV shows, and he kind of does like every political action movie ever.
yeah.
Um, the other two screenwriters were Peter Ilf, who did like both of the I had forgotten his name, but he did both of the Point Break films and TV show. Apparently that was
Hmm.
happening. And I don't know if everybody remembers the gem of Varsity Blues
Hmm.
uh, and the Whipped Cream Bikini.
Of
And
course.
then Donald Stewart, who also did The Hunt for Red October, this movie, and then Cleared Present Danger. So um, I guess this movie was supposed to be the prequel for The Hunt for Red October.
Okay.
And so Tom Clancy got kind of like pissed off because uh Harrison Ford is like 40 something in this movie and Alec Baldwin was like 33. So
Yeah. Okay.
he was like, I just don't even know if I can be attached to this film because it doesn't make sense because of his age, but we'll get back to that. So yeah, so it focuses on um Jack Ryan being the target of the Irish terrorist group, the Ulster Liberation Army,
Hmm.
for thwarting their attempt on the Prince and Princess of Wales in London. This is the book, not the movie.
Okay.
So it was on the New York Times bestseller list, and um, he said, I thought this was interesting. So this is Tom Clancy saying his passion for accuracy and detail. He said, when I was in London researching Patriot Games, I spent 20 hours walking around the mall with a camera, a clipboard, a tape recorder, and just choreographing my opening chapter to make sure it would happen exactly that way that I wrote it later. When I took my kids there, I could tell them this is the tree that Jack Ryan hid his wife and daughter behind. And that's the road where the bad guys escaped. I feel a moral obligation to my readers to get it right. In the insurance business, you have to pay attention to details, or a client could lose everything. A doctor has to, a cop, a fireman. Why not a writer? Although he was criticized for toning down the novel's technical details in comparison for The Hunt, I'm just going to call it The Hunt for Red October. Clancy considers Patriot Games to be one of his best. So
Yeah, like just I looking into
that's
him
cool.
there.
It makes me like,
I was like, he must have had him, but he had no military service at all, which I was kind of
no,
surprised
I know,
by.
isn't that weird?
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, he is the. That is why I think I need a new name for him. I'm still going to go with Dadcore for now. If there is a god of Dadcore, he is it because he's like
Yeah.
an
It's
insurance
not
salesman
James. Yes, it's yes.
who's writing books about this cool CIA analyst, who's
Yeah,
actually a
yeah,
badass,
yeah.
is some serious Dadcore shit.
Yeah. And I also just looked up Dadcore and it's really like very sweet.
That is quite sweet. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. I
like
mean,
inspiration for being a good dad, and like hold your kids' hands, and like t-shirts that are about like good dads. Anyways, so
yeah,
did not expect that.
I
Yay,
need a new.
humanity.
Yeah,
We had
it's
a
good. It's
yay
good. Yeah,
humanity moment.
yeah. That's it. It's nice to look up something that's actually that's quite wholesome. Actually, that's nice.
Yeah, that's not going to
Um,
happen again for like 3 more months.
nope, makes a change. Um, so the composer was James Horner. Um, like, and I was like, oh, we've
Oh,
done him before.
yeah,
So
we have. He's
well,
in everything.
we have, but like he did the one that I think we most notably did was because he has done everything was Batteries Not Included, which was a while back. Um, but he has done everything. He has done like Titanic, Aliens. They were like his kind of massive works, but he has composed so much it's worth. I'm sure you've heard his music in many things. Also Avatar as well, for that matter. Um,
There's, okay, sorry, I'm going off track. There's this like SNL skit with Ryan Gosling where
mhm.
he gets like super pissed off every time like a new Avatar movie comes out because he's like, all he did was like, because there's a font, right? I can't remember what the Avatar font is called. Uh,
Oh yeah, it's like I know it's Papyrus. Papyrus.
Papyrus, thank
Yeah.
you. And he's like, all he did like to create this was like scroll down to Papyrus and then it's like Avatar.
It's fucking awful. Like it's awful. Like it's like
So-
considering how much money was spent in those movies, it's the laziest fucking shit that's what
yeah,
they did the title
yeah,
in.
they did. And not
Right.
only that, like I'm sure he saw that and was probably like, whatever, Ryan Gosling. But I think it's funny that SNL like caught on to that and
So good.
made it a rolling joke because he keeps coming out with the movies. So
So
the joke can keep on going. So yeah.
so there was I was listening to this um as the soundtrack, there was like a refrain that happens a couple of times, and I was like,
Yes.
this is so familiar to me. And
Yes.
I feel like
I know what
there's
you're
a piece that he's used. It's also in Aliens, and it's also in I can't remember what else. I know it's in Aliens for sure, but I couldn't figure out
it's
what else it was in.
yes. Okay, so he likes to reuse his own material, I guess. So he borrows part of the score from Aliens to score this film. Uh so specifically Resolution and Hyperspace from the Aliens 1986 soundtrack appears.
That's what
It's
it
the
is.
music that plays when Ryan and the others watch the SAS attack in the Libyan training camp. And it like, yeah,
Well,
he's that's so cool.
I think that's what it is. Like I was just really surprised at it, and it's not the sort of thing I would have spotted years back. But I was
Mm-mm.
like, wow, that's nuts. It's nuts how like that is. It's not even. He hasn't even like changed it really very much at all. It's basically the exact same piece of music, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
sure, if you're getting away with it, bro, enjoy
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Um,
Is that double dipping?
I suppose, but like composition's so hard. And it's a beautiful piece of music. And I guess if you're proud of something, why not use it a couple of times, enjoy yourself? Um,
Yeah.
I but like, the one other thing I wanted to say just with music was that it is like such a it's the soundtrack was not bad, I must say. I enjoyed it well enough and it was good for the time, but it's kind of like, okay, what have we got? We've got an action thriller. Okay. What do we do? It's it's got Irish elements. Okay, just throw some like tin whistles in the
Yeah.
background. Perfect. Sorted.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's like it's just the like the copy paste, make this Irish. Add some tin whistles and away you go.
Okay, I didn't get to do this, but it's like uh so the title of the book is actually a reference to an Irish ballad called The Patriot Game,
Hmm.
which is apparently a popular song within the nationalist
Ooh.
movement. So I will listen to that when I get off, but I appreciate that level of detail, but
Can,
also like yeah, I was noticing that yeah, throw some whistles in and
yeah. It's just like
uh yeah.
bish bash bosh, away we go. We're done. We're sorted. It's not. But I mean, like that is gonna work. Gangbusters in the US are gonna go. Oh, some authentic Irish shit.
Yeah.
We'll love it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like being back in the old country,
Right.
etc.,
Right.
etc.
Right.
Um, yeah.
My great 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 grandmother was Irish.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing, so I did it whenever I was searching for Patriot Games. Two other things came up.
Oh,
I'll just touch on them. Do you know what one of these is? Uh,
no.
cool. So one of them is so we're talking about being patriotic at the top of the episode. Your president, Mr. Donald J. Trump, announced the Patriot Games last December, and it
Oh, I
was
heard about
basically
this.
one,
It's like the Hunger Games, right?
yes. So
God.
one male athlete and one female athlete from each state will compete in a set of games, and it's like, dude, you're like beyond parody at this point. That is the Hunger Games. Oh my God. But
Oh,
the other nicer one was I also found there's a board game store in the UK called Patriot Games, and I'm like, you know what? I like it. Why not? You
yeah,
know,
it's patriotism is a weird thing right now
yes,
for
it
me. I have
is.
mixed feelings.
Yep. I hear you. I hear
I
you.
know you do. I know you do.
We don't need to touch on it too much, but yeah, I just
No.
thought that would be interesting if you hadn't heard that.
Um, I also, okay, so I just made a few little quick notes. Uh, there's a line in the movie where, okay, so we're using this as a movie as a little bit of a segue because we're going to start a Samuel L. Jackson month.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where like Samuel L. Jackson is like, in the CIA also, and he's like, "What made you decide to like do all that stuff and like, be the hero?" And Harrison Ford just says, "He made me mad." Um, Samuel L. Jackson's like, "Well, don't ever let me make you mad or whatever." But it was just the weirdest thing because I was like, a, the first like 35 minutes, I was like, where is Samuel? Even though we're focusing on Harrison Ford, but B, it's just the two of them in the scene, and Samuel L. Jackson completely takes it over
Yeah.
from
He's
Harrison Ford. I was just like, he stole the scene.
he's so charismatic. He
He
really is.
really
Like,
is. He
yeah.
really is.
And like, you can see why he became as big as he did. Like, obviously it took him a while to get there, but like you really can't see why became as big as he did.
Yeah.
Because he's great in this. He's not in it enough, really.
No, I agreed. Agreed. Okay, so anything else on music?
No, I think I'm happy enough to move on from that.
Okay. So um like one of the questions that I always ask myself, I'm like, is this believable? Um, and I don't know much about, the military world, but I believe Tom Clancy and everything he writes if he's, like apparently the most accurate writer ever. So
Interesting.
I do like if Tom Clancy is convinced and he was, by the t time, he saw like fi the final movie treatments, like I'm convinced, yes. And like they filmed some of it like in at Annapolis, which is um, you know, I don't remember, like I don't know everyone. I should know. I'm sorry, Army, Navy, Air Force. I don't know which one Annapolis is, and I apologize, but I
I
know it's
think it's Navy. I think it is Navy.
okay.
I'm pretty
Anyways,
certain.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so it was just interesting to see like yeah, they didn't actually film in Belfast, like where the other places that they filmed things. But a lot of it, and like his house was supposed to be in like Maryland, but it was in California. And
Yeah.
it's just, movie magic.
It seems like
Yeah.
the Belfast scenes were filmed in Dublin because I was like looking at the buildings and it's like they look too fancy for
You're
Belfast.
right.
And I'm like, oh, and then I looked up, I was like, oh, Dublin, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then I was kind of like, I don't know, the concept of like, kidnapping, like putting in the movie, like kidnapping the Prince and Princess of Wales. Like,
Uh-huh.
I was like, God, if that really happened in real life, that would be awful.
It's what I kind of love is how casually in a movie, three or four
Hmm.
things that would be international news for weeks. Well, certainly the news cycle in the 90s happens within like a very
Yeah,
short time frame, you
yeah.
know? It's always really amusing to me how casually like there'll be a rocket launcher attack on a police van.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Um, so this was also if anyone remembers Thora Birch, who's been in a lot
Hmm.
of things, but she played the little daughter
Hmm.
who had to have her spleen removed.
Yeah, bro.
Because the yeah, the terrorist decided to like, attack his wife and child who was pregnant. Um, but I thought she did a great job. Harrison Ford is always, just the most amazing person to be able to watch. I hadn't seen it was like Sean Bean's one of his first films. He looks like a baby.
He does look
I
like a
was having a
baby.
hard time taking him seriously because he was just like he's so young
Yeah.
and he has this little ponytail and I'm just like what is happening there? But it was good to see like Patrick Bergen. Um Anne Archer, I always enjoy watching her. So yeah, overall, like James Earl Jones, it was just a good cast.
It was.
Richard Harris, yeah, as Patty O'Neill.
Yeah. Just a little like and he doesn't like Richard Harris, enormous
Wasn't
star.
he in Harry Potter? Wasn't he like Dumbledore?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think so.
He's been old forever.
Yeah, he has. He has. But it's like freaking like I told you whenever I started rewatching Star Trek: The Next Generation recently, and I looked up how old Patrick Stewart was when he started, and he was like 48 or something. I'm like that. I'm like, fuck, that's 2 years older than me. So you're like, Patrick
Yeah.
Stewart has been old forever, and he's just one of these guys who has just carried it off for a long time,
Yes. 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 Agreed.
right?
And it's kind of like it works for certain people. Like Steve Martin
Yeah,
did
absolutely.
not. I think it made his career,
It just
honestly.
makes you like timeless in a way, like
Yeah.
especially,
Yeah.
as long as you stay healthy, I suppose.
All right, so we're gonna dye our hair white
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No.
and be forever old young.
Yeah. Let's do it.
That's
Um,
it.
I
Noise.
one of the things noise I um a few random thoughts that I had were I bet this is going to be a really sensitive portrayal of Irish people, then in brackets sarcastic. I was unhappy about Monopoly
Uh-huh.
as being their board game of choice. It's like fucking
Yeah.
Monopoly. I don't want to
Uh-huh.
hear I don't want to hear
I
from any Monopoly defenders, okay?
well no,
I don't want to hear
there
it.
was there was some fact that I don't think I put it in my notes, but like there was some like it was like the wrong version of the game. It was either the UK version
Oh, or
or
maybe the US version in the
the
UK or
US
something like
version
that.
and they were like
Okay.
that wouldn't have that and I mean you could travel with board
Yeah,
games like
exactly.
we do
Look,
that but yeah someone was like that didn't work for me. Okay.
I I am dead against the Ryan family if they travel with a copy of Monopoly. I'm not fans of theirs anymore. I'm done with them.
I traveled to with Clue,
I
though.
could
Clue.
Clue is fine. I don't mind that game at all. It's fun, but Monopoly is a shite game.
I would agree with that. It takes so long, and it's like you play it, and then you're like, God, I got 5 more hours at least. I don't
Do,
care about real estate.
we'll maybe not do it this episode, but there's a whole history behind Monopoly and why it is the way it is and who actually created it and like how kind of fucked it all is. But we can get into that another time. We'll do a Cluedo
Okay.
episode at some point. Um,
I'm so excited.
I'll
Okay,
bet.
I have a
Uh-huh.
random thought.
Hmm.
Um, so there's like these scenes where they're doing all the CIA work because he's like, let me back in, you know, I'll not take no for an answer or whatever. And they're like, okay, back in the CIA,
Yep.
Jack Ryan. And they're looking at all these satellite images. And he's like, okay, yeah, can you like zoom in here a little bit and zoom in a little bit more? And I was like, please, please, God, let him say enhance.
I know. I so wanted it.
And he did. He
He did. He
did.
did.
He
Can
was
you
like,
enhance that for
okay,
me?
enhance that part. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, Blade
Yeah.
Runner,
Because
enhance, enhance.
that became such a thing. I can't remember like a comedy sketch show basically going right enhance, 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 just like building on that word again,
It's
again.
in the movie Super Troopers.
Oh, you're right. It is. That's
Yes,
exactly it.
yes. And I was like, why is this so funny? And Micah was like, they're making fun of Blade Runner. And then we watched Blade Runner, and I was like, that is so fucking funny. Anyway,
But it
so
also
good
became such.
homage.
It also became such a thing in like police TV procedurals when it's like, okay, we've got this shitty fucking security camera footage. Let's zoom in so we can see the color of their eyes, and it's like, fuck off. There is zero chance of that happening. Zero chance. Or better, whenever like they zoom in enough so that they can see the reflection in their eyes. It's like, no,
Yes.
absolutely
No.
not.
Right.
Absolutely
Right.
not.
No,
Um,
this was accurate. They were like, I think that guy looks bald.
yeah, that's true. It was really bad footage quality, so I respected that. Um, one of the things I do have another rant I think I need to do. So it's a
Okay.
thing, especially if you're a fan of video games, to see how badly video games are portrayed in the movies and almost always fucking terribly. And she at one point, his daughter Sally is playing a Game Boy on their porch, and the noises that it is making are like a modem connecting. And I'm like, come on. Can we not have made a little bit more of an effort than that? That's absolutely terrible. So yeah. So yeah, just it's I get it. Movies don't particularly want to pay for the rights to actually show games or use games noises, but like you've got
It's
a
not that hard.
you've got a composer.
Yeah.
Get him to knock out a few like chip tune
Yeah.
things,
Yeah. I'm sure he's got like,
Yikes.
the synthetic piano that you can like, not synthetic, the synth. And you can like, yeah, make it
Um
sound like an organ or a video game sound.
exactly.
It's probably
Um
built in the
exactly,
demo. Just
exactly.
play the demo.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, that's
W-
annoying. I'm annoyed now.
One last thought as well, and we can get other stuff. It's just while it's in my head. At one
Let it
point,
out.
they talk about Sean's father being killed, and it's like he was killed in Belfast in 1979, and on the other side of the city, a wee baby Andy was being born. I was like, oh, that's where I was born, and the year that I was born. Whoa. Okay, so there you go.
So it's all about you.
So it all comes back to me.
To me.
But yeah. Sorry, that was all the kind of random bullshit that I also wanted to
Yeah.
talk about.
I want to
It's
talk
just,
about it's good. I was like writing down things like Andy, have you ever messed with night vision?
uh, I don't think I have. I would
I don't
like,
think yeah, I kind of want to like mess around like
yeah.
you can get night vision goggles now and I'm like, do I want to know what's lurking out what apparently there's a mountain lion behind our house,
Mm.
aka a cougar.
Yeah.
Because there's like trail cams back there, and I didn't know, but this is so random. I'm so sorry. But I went to yoga class, and this lady had never been there, and she was like, "I'm just having a really hard year, and like I quit my job, and I had 17 animals that all got murdered by the cougar." And I
Oh
was
my
like, "What
God.
cougar?" And she's like, "The one behind your house." I was like, "Oh my God." She's like, "It was like over 2 weeks, like it just like." Yeah. Anyways,
Wild.
why did I bring that up? Oh, it's because I want night vision goggles to be able to see the cougar and whether or
I
not it's gonna like try and kill my dog.
I feel like I have, and I feel like I was really disappointed with the effect, but I feel like whenever I did try it, it was like a long time ago, so it's probably
Yeah,
like way, way better now. But
yeah.
yeah, um,
Okay,
I
next time we hang out in person,
okay,
I'm gonna go nuts and get us some night
get
vision
some night vision
goggles.
goggles.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
Um, excited for that.
I know, me too.
Do you have any other stuff or any other?
Yeah. Okay, so um check the time. Oh wow, we're over. God, we never get never enough time. Okay,
Uh,
so um yeah, so due to Harrison Ford's replacing Alec Baldwin, the age of Jack Ryan had to be changed from 35 to 50.
okay.
Tom Clancy was super pissed about that, to the point where he was like, he's like, don't even put my name in the movie at all.
What? Why?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I know. And then yeah, he saw Harrison Ford being Harrison Ford, and he was like, "Oh no, this is good. Put my name back on it, and I'll also like keep working with the studio on clear and present danger. Pleasant danger. Sorry, danger's
Yeah.
not pleasant." Um,
And also, if you told me he was in his 30s, I wouldn't like, I'd be like, yeah, I could see it. Do you know Harrison Ford's like kind of timeless?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like,
He could have been 39.
yeah,
Yeah, whatever. I
exactly.
agree. I agree. I agree. So the East Coast Irish pub where Ryan confronts Patty O'Neill,
Hmm.
named the Patriot in the movie, is actually Molly Malone's Irish pub in Fairfax Avenue, Los Angeles. And I actually know where that is. And I was
Oh,
like, that's
really?
yeah. Okay, another one I liked was Anne is Polly Walker. And she tells Sean Bean's character that Americans hold their breath every time a little girl falls down a pipe in the backyard. And I was like, oh my God, that's true. And then I was like thinking about like baby Jessica. And then I was like, Mom, do you remember baby Jessica who fell down the well in like the 80s? And she was like, I do. So, yes, she's referring to the case of baby Jessica, an 18-month-old baby that fell down a drilling pipe in Midland, Texas in 1987. All of
Whoa.
America paid attention to this on TV until she was safely rescued. And it was like such a big deal. And I remember them like, it was like kind of like the first 24-hour, viewing of like this baby being pulled out of the well and, making sure she was okay and she was okay. And it was like, like it was a
I'm,
thing. I don't know.
I'm kind
We have
of,
a thing.
I'm kind of nostalgic about that sort of news cycle, to be
I
honest with
know.
you.
It's true. It's true. And
It's
now
like
I'm like,
nice.
where's baby Jessica now?
Yeah, exactly. We need
So I'm
baby
gonna,
Jessica
yeah.
to save us.
So, so all of you need to Google Dadcore and Baby
Yeah.
Jessica. So the room number at the beginning of the film where Jack Ryan is staying is 713. These facts kill me because I'm like, this one's a reach, I think. Harrison Ford's birthday is 713,
Okay.
which is also my best friend's birthday.
Uh,
I know like five or six people who have that birthday.
okay.
But
Nice.
also Harrison Ford, who's my BFF.
Nice.
So okay, speaking of sound effects, the dual beeping sound on Jack Ryan's EKG is also used in The Hunt for Red October as the sound of the USS Dallas sonar tracking the Red October, which
Nice.
I like it when they're like sliding things in and uh keeping it cheap.
Yeah.
Uh some actors refused parts in this movie because of the way it depicted the Troubles.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Do you know who? Do you have names?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't, but I'm sure I could find out.
Yeah. Goodness.
And then the film cast five Oscar nominees: Harrison Ford, Anne Archer, Samuel L. Jackson, James Earl Jones, and Richard Harris. I didn't know Richard Harris was a nominee. And Jones and Jackson are recipients of honorary Oscars. So those are uh the fun facts that yeah, I came up with. And also, yeah, so this is as you were like, what's it rated? So it's the only R-rated Jack Ryan film, and it was the only R-rated, sorry, I said this incorrectly. It was the only R-rated Tom Clancy adaptation until Without Remorse in 2021, which I haven't seen.
Interesting. I don't know what
Yeah,
that one is.
I don't
Fascinating.
either. There's so
Yeah,
many of
I
them.
know.
He's also like Tom Clancy does like all these
Yes.
video games too. I
Tons
didn't
of. Yes.
tons of them. So yeah, he's like living the dream.
Yeah,
Insurance
no,
salesman
absolutely.
turned video game.
Well,
Yeah.
he was living the
Uh,
dream. He
he
died.
was. What?
Yeah. No, he's dead.
Tom Clancy's dead?
Hmm.
I hate finding these things out.
He is
Seriously?
long dead. Yeah, 2013.
Long dead. Where are we at?
He died at
Oh,
66. Yeah.
okay. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's too
Um,
young.
no, he has so many like Ghost Recon and like Splinter Cell, and I feel like there's another major one I'm missing, but he has a quite a few different sort of like video game properties. Um, yeah, there are things as well. I was like, I'm not, CIA, I'm mixed on, but like, I was like, I found their desk setup made me really sad. I was like, surely you can get the CIA rather than a fucking cubicle setup for like international terrorism. Give
They're
these
like, welcome
guys,
back.
yeah,
Yeah,
like give these guys some walnut, panel. I mean, good Lord. I was like, is this where you used to work? That sucks, man.
I know. We're like, no wonder you
Um,
quit.
no, exactly. I also found maybe I'm getting old, but the final sequence, there's a chase sequence on a boat, and it was extremely loud. I was
It
like,
was
why is
loud
this
and
so
it took
loud?
forever.
It did take
But
forever.
it was like, I could. So there's like, there's the most like heart stopping or heart pumping films. It like that someone, somewhere was like, I'm gonna make the list of these movies that are like the most scary or whatever. So this is in the top 100, which I disagree with.
Of what, sorry, it's top 100.
Just like, heart stopping, jump scare, dramas that are like,
Okay, interesting.
lots of
Okay.
action that is scary. And yeah, I thought about the boat scene and I was just like, it was dark and it was loud. It was loud.
It was. Um, so okay, shall we move on to our final few sections in that case?
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
To the fit, I think easy for me. It's Sally Ryan with all her fetching collection of berets,
Yeah,
especially her tartan beret with the little pom pom.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, I'm sure people still wear those all the
She's such a
time.
fancy little madam. But yeah,
Yes,
it
totally.
cracked me up there. And I mean, like basically everybody else is wearing a suit or I don't know, camo gear or
Uh-huh.
something like that. So she's the only one with any sort of color and any sort of interest at all. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I,
think,
I will say that I know you can't like have a car be a fit, but like his wife is a surgeon
yeah,
and she's like driving in her black Porsche,
yeah.
chatting on her car phone, and I was like, yeah, the 80s were
I
great.
I thought that I was like, whenever it was her driving the Porsche, I was like, oh shit, she's a Porsche driver. Okay, cool, that
Yeah,
rocks. I
yeah,
just
and he's like driving his like normal, regular, yeah,
the friggin' nerd,
dad core car.
freaking dadcore nerd. Um, I think I don't think there was any animals in it, so I think we're gonna have to just uh, walk past the Andy's Animal Acting Award this week
Yeah,
with heavy hearts, obviously. But
yeah.
I don't think I really was thinking about it. I don't think there's not all these scenes, so sadly not. Um, okay. In that case, in terms of revisit, remember, refuse, or redo, where do you come down on this?
I think I could just like not ever see it again and be fine. Is kind of where I landed. I was like, what did you think?
I I really like I really quite enjoy this. Like I thought it was brisk and it was like silly and it was like but it was propulsive and like again I could watch Harrison Ford reading a friggin' newspaper. So
Yeah.
like and like you say it had like it has fun. It's got James Earl Jones, it's got Samuel
Yes.
L. Jackson, it's got loads of
Yes.
people who I like love to watch and and like Anne Archer as well. I think she's great. Whenever I like saw it was her, I was like, because I had some guesses as who his wife might be, and one of them was Anne Archer, and I was like, yes, it is her.
Really? Yeah. Yeah.
And
She's like every mom, right? You
yeah,
see her and you're like, oh, she could be my mom.
yeah. And even
Yeah.
like Sean Bean's great, and like so there's
Yes.
so many watchable people, and I think just because I was going in thinking this is going to be boring, that
Yeah.
I find I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it, and so like probably remember I think, but at the same time, if you have an inkling to like rewatch it, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
It's like it's under 2 hours. It moves at a brisk pace, and yeah, it was good fun.
It makes me want to revisit The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if you remember, we were like in downtown Portland, and it was probably like, there's a submarine parked like in
Yep.
the river. So that submarine is, I probably told you this already, but there's a scene in The Hunt for Red October where the submarine actually breaches out of the water.
Yes.
And that is the submarine that they used
Oh,
in The
very
Hunt for Red
cool.
October.
Okay.
So I've been in it, and you can like
Nice.
rent it and sleep over in a sub. It's
We
really small. And I'm like and it's like you're like ducking to get through the port entries or whatever they call them, the
yeah,
little
portholes.
doorways. Yeah, portholes.
Or no, no, sorry, doorways are different. I don't know what they're called.
Port doorway.
Yeah, yeah,
Someone tell us. Tell us what
yeah.
the doors
I'm
are
sure somebody's
called in submarines.
screaming at us right now.
I know, right?
Um,
Sorry.
um,
Ugh.
okay. So, Beth, what has been bringing you joy this week?
Oh, I did writing down.
Do you want me to do mine?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I have just finished a show I've been meaning to watch for a long time called Scavenger's Reign. I really loved it. It was like it's an animated show, but it's basically about this crew of like a space sort of freighter that kind of something goes wrong, and they all have to like launch their escape pods at this planet, and they have to survive there. And what it does so incredibly is just build this wonderful, like natural world that is both like fascinating, really well put together, but also really kind of scary and dangerous in ways that you just don't anticipate. And it's just absolutely fantastic, like just so filled with like really well thought out ideas, I think. It unfortunately got was cancelled after one season. I'm part of the problem. I didn't watch it at the time, but it's like such a shame because it's so rare to find something, especially in sci-fi, that is feels so original and so kind of creative. And it's a shame that it didn't get more than one season, but I'm happy that there is a season of it, and it's definitely worth a watch.
Awesome. Um, okay, I'm gonna go with something on TV too. I've been watching Fallout season two.
Oh yeah,
Um, can we just talk about Macaulay Culkin?
sure. Oh, he's
It's
in
just
that, isn't he?
he
Yeah,
is totally in it.
yeah,
He's just kind of like, he I appreciate his decision to sort of like come back into, all of our collective lives
yeah,
in whatever ways he chooses. Like he just got a Hollywood star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Um and yeah, he's just kind of like he's putting himself out there. His Instagram is hilarious. If you don't follow him, like he's so fucking funny and smart. Like obviously those are just like they're brilliant children. They not children. Sorry, adults that were in children's films like he and his brother. Uh I just like I guess I'm like it's so good to see him happy and thriving when we all know like how hard his childhood
yeah,
was,
yeah,
and like the fact that he was able to like pull himself out of it, is loving being a father,
yeah.
is in Fallout 2. I'm just like that. I don't know you, Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin,
Hmm. Hmm.
because that's his middle name.
Yeah.
But he's just like he's good in this scene, and I really
That
am just enjoying him being out in the world again.
that really makes me excited to watch it because I wasn't sure. I was like, I enjoyed season one, but I wasn't like, you know, mad to watch season two. But that makes
Mm.
me kind of want to check it out. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
will.
dressed like a Roman soldier or something. It's really weird.
Oh, that rocks. Okay, I think I might
No,
know it.
yeah,
I play some of the games, so I think I might know who he is or
yes,
like
yes.
what faction he represents.
And it was
Um,
like he got cast, I think, because like he was watching season one, and his wife was like, "I think you should be in the show," and he's like, "I know." And he's Macaulay Culkin, so he's probably like, "I'd like to be in the show," and they were like, "Absolutely,"
cool. Yeah,
Yeah. So.
love it. Great stuff. Okay, so I say we
Mhm.
are beginning our Samuel L. Jackson season in earnest. Obviously, we're starting with
Yes.
Patriot Games, which only had like, a delicious dash of Samuel L. Jackson, but we're getting fully into it next week with Sphere. Yeah,
Hmm.
Sphere. So
Sphere.
if any of you want to watch that in preparation for next week's movie, I feel like it's like a 2.5 hour movie. No,
I,
probably.
I think, well, it's one that I watch. I've probably seen it like 5 or 6 times.
Okay, I've
So
seen
I
it a
keep going
handful of
back to
times.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh,
I'm excited.
I can see it in his face, you guys. He's gonna fast forward parts of it.
No, never. I dare you. All right. Beth, can you tell everybody where they can find us, et cetera, et cetera?
Yes, you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you find your podcasts. Videos on Spotify and YouTube, and audio all over the place. You can also find us on our social media channels, but specifically the ones that I like to interact with people on are Instagram and Facebook. I will talk to you on TikTok, but I prefer not to.
There you go. There we have it, folks. I love
Yeah.
it.
Or find us at bendypodcast.com.
Perfect. Love it. All
Yes,
right.
we want to hear if you have recommendations. We're getting lots of recommendations and ideas, so keep them coming.
Yep.
We appreciate all of the input and correspondence and chatting.
Yep.
So
And
you guys are
subscribe.
awesome.
Yep.
Yep.
Subscribe if you can. Like every video you come across of ours,
Yes,
please.
please,
Would be
please,
very
please.
helpful.
Yeah, that would be.
But yeah. All right, folks. In that case, we've reached the end of this week's episode. Oh, we were supposed to explain what this it was. We'll keep it as a teaser. Let's keep pushing it. All right, folks. As always, we like to remind you to
Stay
stay
bendy.
bendy. We love you.
Someday you'll learn why we do that.
Someday.